Basically what this book is about is seeing the world that we're surrounded by, everything, YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, and how entrepreneurs can capitalize on what's going on in the world right now. What's up, growth fam? Welcome back to the channel, the ultimate self-growth channel, where we talk about things that'll help change and help fix your life, things that click and stick with you so you can have a better life. Speaking of clicking, if you're not subscribed to the channel, please subscribe. Got tips on personal growth, self-improvement, book reviews, all coming at you every single week. So today we're doing a book review on Gary V's Crushing It. So this is a very interesting book, and in this review I'm going to talk about my 3 takeaways that I found were the most important things about the book. But first, who is Gary Vaynerchuck? So Gary Vaynerchuck he's pretty much a venture capitalist, an online entrepreneur, and a motivational speaker. He runs a podcast called Ask Gary V, and he is also always interested in finding the next big thing, the next big social media thing, and how everyone else can capitalize on it. So this is a book, a follow-up book to a book that he wrote called Crush It. And this book is a sequel to that book, and it's obviously called Crushing It. And basically what this book is about is seeing the world that we're surrounded by, everything, YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, and how entrepreneurs can capitalize on what's going on in the world right now. How you don't have to live the 9-to-5 anymore if you choose not to, and how you can actually use all these social media tools as what they're made for, tools so you can help grow a personal business. So one of the most beneficial things out of this book is the motivation that Gary Vaynerchuck describes in this book. So he is constantly feeding a source of motivation for you, saying that if this is the course that you want to take, you can do it. You can go after these things because everybody else has too. And one of the most powerful aspects of how he chooses to do this is through storytelling. He tells stories from, one of them is from Lewis Howes, another one is from other influencers too as well. There's different influencers he cites as the recognition of how they got their success, how they started from the bottom and they're quickly growing. He uses people who have dominated the platforms such as YouTube, Instagram, and how they are creating a great business out of it, and how you can too. What I like about this book is its simplicity. It explains what the platform is, how you can dominate on it, and gives you a few tips on how you can do that. So for instance, Instagram, there's an Instagram story, there's an Instagram success story, and then there's the Instagram checklist. Same thing with YouTube, a checklist. Is your channel optimized in this way? Is your Instagram optimized in this way? Is your Facebook optimized in this way? This is a basic do-it-yourself starter tool. There's a lot more complex courses online. There's a lot more complex courses on all social media accounts. However, this is a great place to start if you are a young entrepreneur or an old entrepreneur, whatever age you are, and you're thinking to yourself, can I break from the norm, that 9-to-5 thing? Can I really do it? This book is a source of motivation, and it also gives a basic checklist on all different platforms on how you can be successful and crush it too as well. So let's talk about my 3 takeaways from this book. The first takeaway I want to talk about is how Gary explains that this is the new norm. So social media is the new norm, whether we like it or not. He said it before that he describes that the TV is the radio and now our phones is the new TV. Meaning people are abandoning TV and they're going straight towards the phones. And that the social media platform is the new norm. And don't degrade it. Don't judge it. Embrace it. So that's one of the most important things I think that is a very important factor in this book. Embrace the tool and use the tool so it can help influence your life in a better way. The second takeaway that I want to talk about in this book is he talks about the things that are stopping people, the reasons why they're not doing this, and he goes over the fears of why people choose to maybe stay in their 9-to-5 job when they know that they can actually become a successful entrepreneur. So he goes over the fears and he lists what's real and what isn't real. And that to me I found was very impactful because we all have those fears. Even Even the most confident entrepreneur is still having some sort of fear in him, and knowing that people do have that sense of fear or have a sense of fear was encouraging to know that you're not the only one with these fears, and you're not the only one who's dealing with them, and people have gone through these fears and they have succeeded too as well. The third and final takeaway from this book is something I talked about just prior to this, and that is the simplicity in creating your own online business. It sounds complicated, but it really isn't. So in the sense that all these platforms are not complicated, it's just we tend to complicate them by not knowing enough about it. So this is why I think this book is a great starter book, because he breaks down the simplicity of what the things really are. At first, all these platforms, the Facebooks, the YouTubes, the Instagrams, the Twitters, they all can look a little bit complex if you don't know how to run them. But eventually, once you learn how to interact with them and the algorithms that work with them, which sounds complicated but it's not, and you just become curious on how to use it, it's like anything else you would do in a 9-to-5 job. You see something, you need to work on it, you learn about it, and then you become a master at it. It's one of those things that it applies to all the social media tools, and it still seems in this day and age that some people are still on the fence whether these tools actually work. And I think this book does a great job of explaining all the things and all the simplicity of what these platforms are. A word of caution: it is a motivational book in the sense that there is a lot of rah-rah stuff. Gary Vee's very real. He is very honest about what will work and what won't work. At the same time, if you are somebody who is very skeptical, you might not like Gary Vee's taste of how he does things. He is very honest, so he will tell you what works and what doesn't work. But he is also practical in the sense that if you have something, if you have some talent and you believe in it, he believes that you should go after it. And a lot of people believe that they don't have any talent. They believe they're not special. They believe that they're not special in some sort of way, which is not what this channel is all about, obviously. The thing is if you are reading it and you are skeptical, it might turn you off a little bit, because he is very hard on the fact that this is your responsibility. If you're good at something, put yourself in this 9-to-5 business. Some of Gary Vee's language too is a little colorful. I personally enjoy it. I think it makes him real. I think it makes him honest. I honestly think that this is a book for all entrepreneurs that you should start. He just published it a few years ago. If you're starting off, I would start off with this one. I'm gonna check out his other previous books too as well. Thank you guys so much for watching. That was my book review. Let me know if you'd like to see a book review on a certain book. If you're not subscribed to the channel, please subscribe. I got some book reviews, tips on growth coming at you every single week. If you're looking for more book reviews, check some out here. If you're looking for more personal growth videos, I got some right here. Thank you guys so much for watching. Keep living and keep learning.